Thank you. And Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to my friend and colleague, Congressman Doug Lamborn, for organizing this special order series in recognition of the 76th anniversary of National Bible Week. I'm delighted to stand with these other members today to share our perspectives on why the Bible is so important to us and to our country. And as we approach Thanksgiving holiday, there's really no better time to present these reflections. In the short time I have tonight, I wanted to share the preface to a historic text that I have in my collection. What I'm holding here is a copy of the New Testament Bible study course that was approved by and published for the public schools of Dallas, Texas Board of Education in September of 1946. The preface was written by Henry Van Dyke, and it's a wonderful summary of what the Bible means to us and to the world. And let me read you what it says here in the text. Born in the East and clothed in that form and imagery, the Bible walks the ways of the world with familiar feet and enters land after land to find its own everywhere. It has learned to speak in hundreds of languages to the hearts of men. It comes into the palace to tell the monarch that he is a servant of the Most High, and into the cottage to assure the peasant that he is a son of God. Children listen to its stories with wonder and delight, and wise men ponder them as parables of life. It has a word of peace for the time of peril, a word of comfort for the time of calamity, a word of light for the hour of darkness. Its oracles are repeated in the assembly of the people, and its counsels whispered in the ear of the lonely. The wicked and the proud tremble at its warnings, but to the wounded and the penitent it has a mother's voice. The wilderness and the solitary place have been made glad by it, and the fire on the hearth has lit the reading of its well-worn page. It has woven itself into our dearest dreams, so that love, friendship, sympathy, and devotion, memory and hope put on the beautiful garments of its treasured speech, breathing of frankincense and myrrh. No man is poor or desolate who has this treasure for his own. When the landscape darkens and the trembling pilgrim comes to the valley named of the shadow, he is not afraid to enter. He takes the rod and the staff of Scripture in his hand. He says to friend and comrade, "Goodbye, we shall meet again." And comforted by that support, he goes toward the lonely pass as one who walks through the darkness into light. I love those words, and I love the words that are inscribed above your head there, Mr. Speaker, where it says in the marble, "In God we trust." There's a reason for that. Our founders understood that this is our foundation. George Washington, the father of our country, famously said in his farewell address, "Of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion and morality are the indispensable supports." Adams is our second president. He comes next. He says, "Our Constitution is made on a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other." We have to remember these truths. I'll close with the words of the Gipper. He said it more recently. If we ever forget that we're one nation under God, we'll be a nation gone under.